morning, iFam. You are joining us on possibly the most exciting day of the year so far. Everyone is so buzzing right now. But today is another level. Woo! It's probably because we've been rushing around like mad.
I love you. I love you more.
So cute, Jace. It's talking to the cactus.
Really mean.
Jace, hold your cactus up.
Hold your cactus up.
Hold it up in the air. One of you guys sent Jace this.
So funny.
Oh my gosh, he absolutely loves it so much. Thank you. So I won't mention names just in case you don't want me to, but thank you so much. I've also got Mila's little dolly with us, and yeah.
Don't think that's as hard to drink anymore.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just put it on the seat at the side of you, but make sure the lid's on. Anyway, we are pretty much ready to set off. Slightly delayed, but we gave ourselves like way more. I think we gave ourselves like 9 hours to get. Yeah.
Oh, this don't fit in the drawer.
Yeah.
I can just hold it.
Okay. Everyone said he's not allowed to bring the cactus. It's loud. But it's like I'm holding it. Then if it doesn't fit anyway, I'll hold it. Anyway, yeah, it's about a 6-hour drive. We've given ourselves 9 hours. We're not sure how long it's going to take in this van, so we're still good. I am so excited to set off, just simply so that I can stop worrying, stop thinking and thinking, have we forgot anything? Don't forget I need to pack this. My brain has not stopped all week. Can you answer Mila, babe?
Sorry,
yeah, it's not stopped all week. I've just been going crazy in my head, like trying to remember everything. Are we almost ready to go?
Yeah.
You guys sound miles away. Now, guys.
After what seemed like an eternity since their last trip, the Ingham family set off on what was to be their biggest adventure yet. The newly trained truck driver Chris Ingham strapped his kids all safely and snugly into the back of the van as he trotted off with the love of his life cuddled in beside him as the truck manoeuvred through the front gates.
Guys, the question is, are we getting this piece out of this tiny little gate gap down here?
They sped off to pastures new, with not one look back at the abandoned shell of a home they'd left behind. Over land and sea and far away, through the borders at Calais, Chris held his breath as border control searched the truck.
You bringing anything back into the United States, sir? Folks, I need you to pull over and exit the vehicle, please.
But found no traces of the contraband hidden discreetly in the lining of the fridge. Sarah breathed a huge sigh of relief, and they could now relax for the next segment of their journey. After all, they had sights to see, places to visit, educational excursions.
Really good because there's no in-your-face splashing, jugs flowing everywhere, massive water blasters pistoling, firing water at you, and it's just really good. Mila and Jace can do both slides.
As Sarah sat by the poolside, she waffled endlessly into the camera, letting her imaginary friends know that their 2-year-old was a Rambo, and despite hitting her head repeatedly, there was no stopping the kid.
Mila literally just fell up the steps. Who does that? Who falls up the steps and hits her head on the banister? She did it yesterday. She's got the biggest bump on her head I think she's ever had. I don't think she's ever had a bump like that before. She basically was running around yesterday and she fell, but she fell on gravel. Why did she always tonk her head? It's always her head.
Brains. She's too top heavy.
She's got a big head like you.
No, she has not got a big head. Neither have I.
She tonked it on gravel, and because she hit it on gravel, yeah, she got a big egg on it, obviously. But because it was on gravel, it was kind of bruised. But then where the gravel had like obviously hit the head, it's like little blood dots. It looks absolutely horrendous. I was like, why? She did that yesterday, by the way, not today. Why, the first day of the trip, does she have to do that?
I always feel sorry for her as well because all she's doing is she's running around, running after Jace.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I can't believe this has happened. I'm so upset. I'm so cross. But not at anybody, because no one did it. It was just an accident. She fell over her own feet. But I'm just why does she get hurt so much? I swear the girls and Jace never had marks on their heads like she does.
She's a Rambo.
But she is such a Rambo. She's constantly on the go. She's constantly trying to keep up with Jace and the girls, and she just loves it.
Additionally, she would not be seen in one of those floaties, God forbid. 2-year-olds these days need to be fashionable, and safety's for wimps, don't you know?
Show it in a second. It's got a small slide thing with like one small slide and one big slide. But the whole depth of the pool is tight, so Mila doesn't need I know I'm going to get hate when I say this, but she doesn't need a floaty on.
In any case, Sarah had her eyes on her from the pool side.
But she doesn't need a floaty on, as long as I'm sat here watching her constantly, I will add. Yeah?
So what could possibly go wrong? Worst case scenario, Sarah would leap over the sun loungers, dive into the pool, scoop up her poor baby and throw her into the air like the champion she is. As long as she spotted the incident in between looking at herself in the camera, of course. Alternatively, there's always the older kids who would be watching their baby sister. If only they weren't so far away. Never mind though, there's always Safety Officer Jace Ingham to deal with any situation that arises, including saving his baby sister.
I've not actually been in it yet. There's a deeper pool just here, which Isabel looks like she's taking an absolute beating in with these two. But this is kind of connected just by this little shallow bit here.
And despite Sarah talking to her older kids in the other pool, which is miles away from the smaller pool where the two younger kids are playing right now, she can see them out of the back of the lens of the camera, you know, the viewfinder. So it's all good, right? So no problem at all. So no hate in the comments towards Sarah at all. Time for some culture as they entered France's capital. Where will they first visit? Will it be the Eiffel Tower? Perhaps the Louvre? Or will it possibly be the Arc de Triomphe? Well, Disney's also a good shout though, too. It's, you know, Disney's there, I guess. Not before they took time out to butcher the French language.
We're going to the Thierry Chalets Mall.
The best thing about holidays is Dad trying to pronounce all the places we go with no clue.
Okay, we're going
and purchase some snacks. Because they don't have enough snacks in that van, I'm sure.
to a Carrefour, first of all, because we need snacks and we need something else and something else.
Oh, and fuses, because previous van trips had clearly taught them nothing and were obviously caught off guard when all the electrics failed.
Some fuses for the van, we need some.
A first night tradition was had at Annette's Diner, affording Sarah a money opportunity. Isla wanted her 30th anniversary Mickey burger with accompanying milkshake, but it was no longer sold. In true Sarah style, she took to she called the manager to iron out a resolution.
This is what Isla ordered. She didn't actually want to watch, she didn't really eat burger, does Isla? It's like one of her least favourites. But she wanted it because she liked the 30th celebration stamp on the top. But she didn't get that. Not that it's a big deal. She didn't get the little purpley bits either that were on the fries. It looks like cabbage to me, but Isla likes cabbage, so she felt a bit disappointed that she didn't get the cabbage or the celebration stamp. And then when he came to take orders for desserts, he asked what she wanted for dessert, and she said, you know, obviously that's what it comes with. The 30th celebration milkshake, and he said, oh, we don't have that. She could have vanilla. And we were like, No, she didn't want vanilla. If we don't have them in, it probably would have been better. We didn't say this to the guy, but he ended up getting the manager to come over just because we said we didn't want the vanilla milkshake, and he weren't sure what we could do. So we just said basically if there were none of them available, maybe it should have just been told before we ordered the meal. Anyway, no dramas. She's been able to have the pancakes instead, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing for her. Well, I'll say disappointing, she's not bothered. Next time she'll stick to chicken though, and what she knows. Stick to what you like.
In Sarah's defence, they really shouldn't have sold a meal they no longer provided, and I'd also have complained. I'm sorry, but I would have done. Back to the truck they dashed for an early nap, to be up bright and early for a day of excitement, culture and education, courtesy of Mickey and Minnie's School of Excellence. I for one can't wait. It's gonna be emotional. So, have you enjoyed the trip so far? Has it been living up to all your expectations? Have they visited enough McDonald's or enough Wendy's or enough Annette's yet for your liking? To be fair, they've only just got there, so there's plenty of time for all that nonsense, and I'm sure they will visit all those places in the future. So comment down below what your favourite part of their journey has been so far. Until next time, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Until next time, take care of yourselves and bye bye.